What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch a replay, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications, all those goodies when we do these live chats. You take part right along with us, why not? So we got a couple of fragrances announced through iFragrance. For those of you that clicked this hoping for a review, you're new here. Welcome, first and foremost. This is where we talk about, I try to, go over them as quickly as they come out. We kind of give a preview on what's available on the website and give some thoughts between myself and the live chat. So anybody watching this live, I hope that's what you're here for, because that's what we're doing. If you're watching the replay, again, hope that's what you're here for, because that's what we're doing. So I do these all the time, have for years and years. So Bold Citrus, Boss Bottled Flanker. That's a bold name. So, and then Polo 67 EDP. The reason I put high expectations in the thumbnails, I have high expectations for both, because Hugo Boss has been on an absolute freaking tear with the bottled line and the scent line for like 3 or 4 years now. And Polo 67 was a great release last year. So a follow-up better be good, right? As far as stuff that I think is good. And if you don't like it, just go. I don't want to hear it. I said it in my shorts video. I debated on not even doing my shorts video because I get tired of people getting upset that I like it. And then later I got to hear about their whiny reasons why it's trash. It's not trash. You just don't like it. And you're having a love affair with the old one still. And that's fine. That's fine. That doesn't mean you need to run around the internet shitting all over the new one. Just don't buy the new one. Dior Parfum. I like it. It's a good fragrance. 180 is too much, but it's still a good fragrance. I'm happy to have it. I was going to buy it regardless. I love it. I love it. I do wish the super waxy, dry iris hay combo here. I wish that lasted longer. It is a sweet, warm, woody amber fragrance, a little powdery as it dries. I like it. I saw somebody say it was like sickeningly sweet today. Like, wow, you don't wear designer fragrances if you think this is sickeningly sweet. And the exaggerations I see about this fragrance are just fucking mind-blowing. It really is. Can you tell I'm beat down and exhausted with it? I just like, it's almost to the point to where I'm just going to like wear it in secret and nobody's just going to know on the internet. So I don't talk about it anymore. And I just don't have to hear the bullshit from random passerbys on the internet. This has literally been an exhausting fragrance. That's why my Sin of the Day shorts was so late, because I wanted to wear it and I was like, do I skip it this time? We're doing a shorts video. These people are wearing me the fuck out, but I love it. And I make a quick video about what I wear every day. So we're sticking to the formula regardless. Everybody just needs to grow the fuck up. John, good to see you, sir. CH Men Privé, one of the greatest single man fragrances of all time. Latafa Kamra, nice and cozy. I wore Kamra Kawa yesterday, which pumped off the skin all freaking day. What a monster that fragrance is. Oh, I already replied to that. A proper flanker will always be redundant. When they do it correctly, it will always be redundant. It should smell very much like the other version. Just like one of today's fragrances we talked about, H24 EDP. It smells very much like H24 EDT. Thicker, a little heavier and earthy because they added oak moss and raised oil concentration. I'm hoping it's something along those lines. They raise oil concentration and add a little something heavier oil to it. A darker oil or a heavier base note or something. That's what I'd like to see Polo 67 EDP be, which we'll look at. I haven't looked at the notes. We'll look at it together in a little bit. Good to see everybody. PDM Carlisle. Wow, man, what a great fragrance. What a great fragrance. Mr. Fuzzman. Mangolicious Hibby Storm. Now we're talking. You get the first soft live stream clap. What a great choice. What a great choice, Mike. Damn. Great choice. Hawas Black just got back from Macy's and Ulta. Picked up Phantom Elixir. I haven't tried Dolce & Gabbana Devotion yet. Strong With You Parfum. Okay. Bois Pacifique and Dior Parfum 2025. You bought all of these bottles or did you grab samples? Because if you bought bottles, my guy, you dropped some cheese. You spent some money. Bois Pacifique's probably like, if you bought a 50 ml, that's probably $200-ish retail. Phantom Elixir is like mid 100s for 100 ml. If you bought the 50 ml, I forgot how much I paid. 125, 130 range I paid for my 50 ml, something like that, because I bought it from Raban's website. Your Own Parfum, if you bought 75, that's 180. It's like 160 for the 50 ml. So I'm saying, just right off the top of my head, you spent some money, man. That's not even counting Strong With You Parfum, Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. Like, you spent some cheese, my man. Kudos. I do it. I get it. I'm not knocking it. I ain't knocking it. I do it too. All the time. Kaylin, good to see you, sir. Binge watching Vikings Valhalla. No worries. ATH Neon. Good to see you, sir. Azara Wanted by Night. That is a kind of a classic date night fragrance at this point. Hoarding my bottle. Yeah, for sure. Good to see you, sir. Mind Games Gambit. What a flex. Damn. Now, never having smelled the older version of Dior Homme Parfum, this new version smells amazing. I agree. Sad that you haven't smelled the original, because that's all the people crying about the new one. They are right about the old one. I 100% agree with what they're saying about the old version. It is a true masterpiece. It's my favorite Iris fragrance ever made. 100% agree. It's like one of the best designers ever created. But the new version's a really good fragrance. It's just a different fragrance, you know? I agree with you. It's awesome. I love it. I smell it radiating around me. I don't go super nose blind to it. It takes a while for it to wear down on me. Yeah, for sure. Once in a while it pops up. Okay, let me skip on down a little bit. Hugo Boss is already putting something out. Yeah, they usually do beginning of the year. Like, I'm surprised we didn't see anything for Boss Descent. That's normally like January. I'm shocked we haven't seen anything. Yeah, they normally, I would think they will. It's going to be, again, just like I say every year, it's going to be hard for them to top Elixir. I said the same about Magnetic. I said the same about Absolute. I said the same about Private Accord. I said if I would have got Le Parfum when it first came out, because I thought it was redundant. I thought it was just a rebottling of the old Parfum edition that I have. I was wrong, because it's amazing. It's a different Iris fragrance, because had I got it when it first released, I would have said, damn, how are they going to top this? That line's full of good stuff. Pure Accord is actually really good. It's just the rest of the line is so good, it makes it look worse than it is. So, yeah. Super high standard on it. That line, the bar is really high. It's way higher on that line than the Boss Bottled line, I think. Speaking of Boss Bottled, let's look at the fragrances from this morning right here. Elixir. Amazing stuff, right? They're setting a pretty high standard. Hugo Boss has been like leading the way with, let's go with the Seamus quote, banger after banger after banger after banger. They've been on fire. Stallion Leather, never tried it. Chapard Leather Malaki, I'm jealous. Last year's release, I haven't gotten it yet. I will. Awatani and Retta, 1 million. Royal Clone, actually well done. Bentley Momentum Intense, all right. Mr. M.A. Styles, do is another Blue Crater, a mix between Polo Blue and Grand Soir. That's an interesting combo. Naxos for Kenneth and Pardon in the evening. Mandy, good to see you, sir. Super's Budapest, Morocco, never tried it. Original Santal is amazing, though. Highly underrated fragrance. Luis, good to see you, sir. Speaking of Boss Descent, Private Accord, and Monkey Special. It always comes through with a great one, too. Hope you're enjoying it. Fuck no, I'm not enjoying it. And the roads are fine over here. What I'm not happy about is this is now 2 days of all of the things from all of the parcel carriers I have that are just delayed. Sitting in Georgia, sitting in Alabama, sitting in Tallahassee, just nothing's moving because in certain spots there's ice on roads. Like Hawass Fire was supposed to come in yesterday. It's maybe going to come in tomorrow. I'm dying to open that and smell it and spray it and do some content on it. You know, do content full time, hyperlease, views. Want to do it as soon as possible. That's one of those releases that when you make content, you kind of want to do it as soon as you can. You're kind of dumb if you don't, you know. It'll always get views because it's going to be a popular, affordable fragrance. But the sooner the better. You want to be part of that first crop of people that make the video because that's when everybody's searching for it. Makes sense? So it ain't Fragrance Buy's fault. I bought one and they're sending me one, so I'm giving one away for the members stream, which is February 1st, I believe we set it for. Yeah, so screw this ice. You know, it looked cool, but I knew it was going to cause me problems, and it has caused me some problems with delays on packages, man. A lot of stuff, too. Fahrenheit Parfum, almost perfection. FWO for life. Hell yeah. Encre Noir Sport, beautiful, beautiful, fresh, woody vetiver fragrance. Xerjoff Richwood, never tried it. IBG, good to see you, sir. Second Day of Manhattan, that's a gorgeous fragrance. Yesterday's dose was just not enough. Yeah, that's elegant. Elegant floral tobacco. It was indeed, sir. Profondo Eau de Parfum, the new version. It's a little bit fresher than the original. It's good, though. Chad, good to see you, sir. Yeoman Law Sky Angel. Seraphim Red. Also, do we think the next big sale will be on Fragrance Buy, targeting French defense? Ooh, man. I don't know what their next holiday is. It's usually holidays. They got like 4 a year. This is going to be a little bit. But they have 4 a year. They got Boxing Day. They got Canada Day. They got Black Friday. And there's one that's in the spring. So it's going to be sometime like 2 months, roughly. I think March or April was going to be the next one. And they, for all their sales, they usually stock up on a bunch. They do big restocks. Like all that week, they'll have big restocks leading up to it. So it's like tempting. It's like, damn, if I wait till the sale, this came out 4 days before the sale. If I wait till the sale, it's probably going to sell out. And most of the time it does, because a lot of stuff's like hot stuff getting restocked. So that's how they get you. They're like, hey, we know we'll sell some of this stuff a little bit higher than the sale. Let's release it sooner. Good on them, because I sure as hell, every time they have a sale coming up, I always end up with like 3 or 4 orders. Because all these restocks they're doing leading up to the sale, I'm like, oh, I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that. And then the sale comes and there's stuff I want to get and hit the deals, you know. So this thing is indeed on. What's going on? How are you? Allure Homme Eau Extreme, I personally think is one of the most versatile, well-rounded, compliment-getting men's fragrances money can buy. It's like the poster child for a modern men's fragrance. Yeah, they are for sure. Good to see. Blaine, always a pleasure. Teriyaki Intense, my favorite Lattafa. I keep it handy. I don't know when it's going to go on the Lattafa shelf, if at all. Problem Intense, beautiful fragrance. CR7. Austin, good to see you. ATH Oud. Beersome, always a pleasure, sir. Oud Lemon Mint, great fragrance. EDT's a banger. Bentley for Men, Intense. Dior Homme Intense, great choice. John, good to see you. Dior Homme Sport 2021. Every Dior Homme Sport's really, really good. Well, we didn't look yet, so thank you. Thank you, sir. You've been here before. You know how we do this. So please hold your thoughts for when we all look together. And I'm sure some people have already looked, but I intentionally don't look until I get with you guys, because I love you guys. You clearly don't love me, since you're telling me what it's like already. So thanks, Dick. Just playing. I'm just playing. Don't take it serious. But you clearly don't love me the way I love you, Ant, because I wouldn't do that to you. You know, now I know going into it, there's no pineapple listed, but you can't trust that. It's probably still there. I don't get that. Really? Don't know if it's missing or anything or not. No, it's the geranium comes across like Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm kind of surprised. Pretty much everybody gets it. Oud Vanille. Oh yeah, that's a monster. Roasted marshmallows by a bonfire. Isola Blue did some shopping while snowed in. Picked up bottles of La Mala Parfum, Alhambra's Kismet Magic, Rifakat, and Rifakat Adorn. Some good ones right there. It's really nice. Tell them to layer Tom Ford fucking fabulous if they hate it so bad. Well, the people that are saying it, they're not buying it. They're trying it, and they're not buying it. You know. What's going on, Spence? Stop by, show some love you in the chat. Fahrenheit. Well, we got 2 in the chat wearing Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Great choice. Great choice, Spencer. Hit that like. Let them know. Yeah. Shout out to Juan. Good to see you, Mr. Mike. Bentley Absolute. I haven't worn that one in a long time, man. Yeah, that was my sin of the day, Shorts. If you don't like it, just swipe. I don't want to hear it. Don't leave a comment. Just swipe. I wish everybody had that mentality. That's what I do. It's what I've done for years. If I don't like what I'm looking at and it's a swipe type of situation, a TikTok, a Shorts video, an IG reel, I'm not going to, oh my God, this trash bullshit. Fuck me. Wow, I'm crazy. Blah, 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 blah. Nonsense you don't care to read. No, I swipe. It's not that serious. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir, great choice. Cherry Smoke by Tom Ford. Mr. Dan Malik, Art of the Universe. So I got it coming in. That was part of the birthday haul. I'm very curious. I have higher expectations for it because Lattafa has more hits than misses, whereas Fragrance World, it's kind of 50-50. A lot of really good hits, a lot of really big misses, and I think Taj 2 from Fragrance World, pretty big miss. Decent, unsure if I'll get a full. Oh, you don't care for it. Most people love that one, but hey, everybody's different. Everybody's different. What's the performance like? I've yet to buy it. Well, on me, gonna be totally different from you. So average-ish, slightly above average, 6, 7, 8-ish hours in longevity, about an hour and a half of average projection. I have no idea what kind of sensitivity your nose is going to have to it for the level of olfactive fatigue you're going to get, what your skin chemistry situation will be like. I need to start doing that in reviews. So here's what I get. Now, on to what you guys are going to get. Who knows until you spray it on your skin, you know? Polo stuff, but all the Polo stuff. Well, certain stuff, like some of the Polo blues are weaker for sure. Like Polo Blue EDT, EDP, but Deep Blue Parfum, good performer. Parfum, good performer. Gold Blend, good performer. Polo Blue Sport, could be better. Polo Reds, all of them. I think all the Polo Reds perform good for me. No Scent of the Day. All right. Kamarakawa, I wore that yesterday. Hell yeah, man. Roy, good to see you, sir. Raja Danger Parfum Cologne. PDM Carlisle. Oof. What a 1-2 punch. Hell yeah, good job right there, man. We got almost 200 in the chat. We're 16 minutes in. I guess I'm trying to get to the bottom. Hopefully by the 20-minute mark, we'll be at the bottom. And we're going to look at Bold Citrus in the Boss bottle line because I have super high expectations for the two. I mean, we'll look at some other stuff too, but that's the main two. That's why I put them in the thumbnail and the title. That's the two I have high anticipation for this year because their previous releases are just so good. So following up, don't see... Cassia from Mind Games, which I've only smelled once. Mr. Sean, good to see you. Leather tobacco, potent stuff. No and no. Versace Mano Fresh. It's 82 degrees in Long Beach. It's definitely not that here. It's currently 44, but that's probably in the feels like 39-ish range. Go ahead and load whenever you want, I guess. Feels like 40. So 44 feels like 40 for me currently. Cold, not freezing, but pretty cold. Wedding ring opal? No. This is, so my fingers got bigger. This is actually my wedding ring. And my fingers got bigger, and the wife had bought us these not that long ago. It was just like a little extra thing. It's the EKG heart. And which we have matching tattoos with our wedding date of the EKG with the heart. And I was wearing it on the other hand, but when that started getting really tight, because this is one whole size bigger than my actual wedding ring, so I just started wearing that as my wedding ring. I mean, I've always worn my wedding ring, hence why if I get this to focus, you'll be able to see the indention in the finger. Well, why? It's I go through this in my freaking regular videos. You can see the indention right here. Where it lumps. You actually see a line. So just used to wearing a ring. So I didn't want to like not wear a ring right there. So I switched it over to this. This isn't actually my wedding ring. I just wear it as a replacement for right now. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm going to skip on down so we can get going. Kara, good to see you. Wild Fruits from Mancera. Now we're talking. Boss Bottle Absolute. Black Lacquer, not a big fan personally, but I know Justin's a big fan of that one. And it's super, super masculine, but not the profile that I prefer, surprisingly. Even though it's super resinous and smoky, I'm actually not a big fan of it. Yeah, and we got ice, and it delayed everything for days and days. I'm very not happy about that. Thank you, sir. Gucci gets Pour 'em 2 from Alexandria, called the Pour 'em 2. Missed it since they hate that they discontinued it. Ooh, so I don't recall having tried that one. I know Justin, speaking of Justin again, I know he's a huge fan of that one. Chris Collins, yeah, Justin talks highly about it. No, I haven't. The only one I've tried was Oud Galore, which Justin sprayed on me in one of our trips to Chicago. And I've been meaning to get a bottle of Oud Galore. Amazing. Amazing. I bet that's really good. Justin does sing its praises, so I'm sure it's very, very good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. We cut up over here on the stream. So Ralph's Club Parfum, super, super versatile fragrance. Tell me before I go for the night shift, Creed Himalaya. Hell yeah, so underrated. So underrated. So I apologize that I need to skip down everybody. Some people get mad when I skip their comment and they throw a fit with a follow-up comment. Or email me or message me some hateful ass shit. You only read super chats. No. I apologize every time I got to skip. Y'all, those of y'all that are here all the time, every single time. I apologize. There's some people that get their little feelings hurt, their little butt twisted with their panties in it and stuff. So Mr. Marcus, my favorite Taurus, my idol when it comes to outfits. Good to see you, my guy. So change of plans. I'm probably going to get those diamond turfs when they launch tomorrow at DTLR. That link you sent me. I've been going back to it every day, looking at the countdown. And then Chris, Wear Testers, Nightwing, he dropped his review today. And I watched it this morning before the gym. I was like, ah, shit. Because a lot of you are like, oh, I can't watch you and not buy fragrances. I can't watch Chris and not buy shoes. I've been watching Chris for well over a decade. Chris is my favorite YouTuber. Any of you sneakerheads, you know exactly who Chris is. I've been watching him since the old like Jordan 2009 performance review, terrible resolution. But yeah, like 14, 15 years ago or whatever. So if I watch one of Chris's reviews on something I haven't gotten yet, I'm going to get sold. Yeah, I just do. So shit happens. And I want them. I mean, I was on the fence about them. Marcus sent me a link on where to get them. And when they drop tomorrow, I was like, I've been buying a lot of shit. I might hold off, but retail's $150. That's so much cheaper than most of the shoes I buy. Yes, $150 is cheaper than most of the shoes I buy. So I was like, those are fresh as shit. And if they were the emeralds, it'd be a no-brainer, the teal ones. But those of you that know, the 93 Diamond Turfs, the original Deion Sanders shoe. So, wow, there's so many comments to skip through. I apologize. I'm having to skip through so much. Kevin, good to see you, sir. I know you know, and I know you would read. You probably read my comment back to you and were like, bullshit. I'll humor him with a laughing emoji because you know I am. You the same way. We down with the sickness when it comes to these sneakers, fragrances, the shit we're into, graphic tees, hats don't fucking matter. If we're into it, we're hardcore into it, right, Marcus? You'll notice a lot of similarities in the things we say. These bad boys and the intro and outro, like without realizing it, I picked a lot of that stuff up from him, and I've always, Nightwing 2303. Wear Testers is the channel. Used to be Kicks on Court. Nightwing 2303 used to be his nickname and all that stuff. 2303 Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson. Yeah, I've been watching for a long time. Long time. I used to talk to him quite a bit years ago. I haven't talked to Chris in probably, I would say minimum 7 or 8 years since I've talked to Chris. Love his channel. It's my favorite YouTuber. If I stopped watching all content of all kind tomorrow, I'd still watch Chris. If I could pick one channel to watch, I'd still watch Chris. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So I think so. And I think the Parfum was really good too. Triumph Elixir. I think they're 4 for 4 with their last 4 releases. Yeah, she sure does. And Drew Whitcomb does a lot of their running performance testing and stuff. Like I follow the whole team they've had over the years. Real one's hard. Yeah, for sure. Can we get those likes up? A little over 200 watching with 77 likes. Oh, yeah, it's time to get into it. We made it to the bottom. But, man, 23 minutes in, 211 people. I appreciate that. But we really got 77 likes. 82. I mean, it's a few more people. Like, come on, guys. Y'all can do better than that. We at least get over 100 and get close to half, you know? It helps. I sure appreciate it. It would definitely help. So you heard it here. Marcus always got the scoop. Marcus is the plug for links for me sometimes. If it's something he knows I'm going to want and he gets a link a couple days early, he'll hit me with the link. I appreciate you, OG. Thanks for that. Enigma Oud. Ooh, never tried that one. Montrese, good to see you, my guy. Just joined, just like. Well, thank you so much, Nan, too. I sure appreciate that. Which do you like more, Chrome line or Polo Blue line? Probably the Chrome line, believe it or not. I'm going to have to go that route. Zadig and Voltaire, this is for him. Beautiful fragrance. So on that note, let's go ahead and get down with this split screen. And let's go take a look at Bold Citrus first. And it got the Extreme up there. John Harper did an article today. All right, we'll get to that in a second. We're going to Bold Citrus first. Love the bottle first and foremost. That dark green to light green gradients with the black cap. It just looks smooth. The name is bold to claim it's a bold citrus. So let's see what we're working with here. That just looks good. It looks springtime, doesn't it? Because green, I see green, I think spring. I always have. I really like this bottle. I mean, I just like the Boss bottle anyway, but there's certain ones that the color scheme and color palette they choose look really good. That looks really good. It's kind of a faded gold print, from what I can tell, kind of similar to what we got with the Elixir. It's a faded gold, kind of a pale gold, the cap and the print. I think it's the same type of print. Looks like it anyways in the picture. Let's read. There's a new fragrance been launched 2025 in a limited edition. That's never words we want to read, right? It creates FOMO. Shit, I need to buy it, right? I feel that way. Don't feel like you need to. Make a lively summer statement with the new limited edition Boss Bottle Bold Citrus from Hugo Boss. Take a nosedive into a zesty world with this powerful citrusy woody eau de parfum encased in the signature flat cone of the Boss Bottle lineup, lacquered in eye-catching gradient green accents which mirror the aromatic green nature of the composition. They're getting really good at this for being a designer house. I got us for being a middle of the road designer house like Hugo Boss in the Ralph Lauren category, the non-private blend YSL, Lacoste, Azzaro, in that category, Paco Rabanne, they get it. They hired some new creative director in the last handful of years. They had to, because they have changed their strategy. An aromatic woody fragrance with citron, elemi, and patchouli. So it's going to be an intense citron. Citron's super, super bright when it's the focal point for citrus in a fragrance. Elemi resin. So typically that's a creamy, sometimes coniferous type of smell. Sometimes, so that could be adding to the green, and the patchouli might not be super earthy here. It might be leafy. If it's a leafy patchouli and a coniferous elemi with citron, it's going to be a massive green citrus based on what they're saying, the bold green presentation. It's an aromatic green, which mirror the aromatic green nature of the composition. This could be a great spring summer release. I know they call it for summer, but there's a lot of green going on here. Green screams springtime to me. I love what I'm reading here, and I highly anticipate they will deliver. Now, what's going to be expectations on performance? Some of you are going to be wild with high hopes. I am thinking more average performance here, because if it's so citrus heavy, it's going to be volatile. And there's no, I mean, that's probably not the full formula. That's just the three main accords that we're expected to smell. So that's why they give us these three notes. But the full formula is probably more notes than that. That's usually the case. So we got woody aromatic fougere citrus. So woody and fougere alone tell me there's more to this, because, patchouli is not typically a woody note. Elemi, I guess, can come across that way a little bit, but they got to have some kind of woody accord that's blended into this formula of some kind of aroma chemical that gives a woody presence, maybe even something as simple as Isoi Super or cashmere wood. Who knows? A soft wood, I doubt it'll be super sharp cedar or anything like that, but based on what I'm reading, there's more to the story than this pyramid, but I do like the pyramid. I do like the write-up. I love the bottle. I love the bottle. This looks even better than Oud Aromatic, which is another green bottle that's not for everybody. That's a very coniferous, earthy green. Chad from The Gentleman's Journey thinks it literally smells like shit, and I think it's amazing. I think it's one of their better releases because it's such a different flanker. I still need to get Oud Saffron. But yeah, I'm into it. Let's discuss, before we move on to Polo 67, what do you guys think about what we just saw in red? Thoughts, hopes, what you'd like to see, disappointment in what you see. Let me know. Yeah, they're like $40. They've been popping up at Ross Dress for Less for like 2 months now. There's one person that picked it up at Ross Dress for Less. White Mike from Philly, Fragrance Fraternity. Plan on doing a signature extreme. Whenever George gets the bottles in hand, yes. Hopefully next week. And I'll give it some wearing, because it's been, hell, my lab sample's been empty for at least a year. So it's been a while since I've smelled it. And obviously the lab samples macerate and break down really fast versus a production batch. So, because they get made in like 1 ounce to 2 ounces at a time, and they're not macerated, and they go. That's how these lab samples work. That's how that is. It's not macerated. So like, that's why the testing process takes a while. You want to let it mature. Like I have 3 new concentrations I'm sorting between. But I got them a week and a half ago. Sprayed them, chill, waited a week, sprayed them. Now we're chilling again, gonna wait a week. And for the next several weeks, I'm gonna go back and forth trying to figure out which one I want. 32% is probably getting eliminated. It's too much base. I lose too much at the top, but it was created at 25%. So it's kind of between 30 and 28, but I'm kind of still, I think 25 might be perfect, but I'm still got to give them some time to mature. But point being, the moral of the story, why I'm even saying that is when I get that production bottle that's been macerated for months and months already before they got filled and all that stuff, I need to see how much deeper, richer, which change did the base come out a little bit so I can give you an accurate assessment of what I get. But yeah, always. When the option's available, as soon as he gets them, the day George gets them, he overnights it to me. So I can get to smelling, get to spending time, and get a video out for you guys. So that's the plan. We talked about it literally yesterday. Never tried it. Never tried it. How's it going? Good to see you. Givenchy Pie, I haven't smelled that since I was a kid. Thanks for doing the plum video. Would love to see you take on Paradigm by French Avenue because Ash says it's better than Vintage Radio. Maybe at some point. I don't know. I'm not a huge Paragon guy. Like Vintage Radio is nice, but it's like not so good. The profile is not so good to me that it's like, oh, I want to try more. So maybe at some point I just grab it randomly in a haul, but I'm not like seeking it out. Parfum Elixir Absolute. Haven't tried the Triumph Elixir though. So it adds violet leaf, freshens it up a little bit. Still has the resins and the smokiness and everything of Elixir. So it's good. It's really good. Yeah, that's a good looking bottle too. Sexy green. That's what I'm talking about. The bottle is splendid, fresh, clean, and classy, Boss bottled. So we all seem to agree on the look of that. How are you? McFlurry machine is down still. Yes, since I was a teenager, it's been broken. Zesty. Oud Elixir by Swiss Arabian is my fragrance of the day. I haven't tried that one from Swiss Arabian. Oh, hey, that's not surprising because that's really good. That's a summertime wear only for me, and it was a summertime limited edition, funny enough. Sounds like this is going to be a summertime limited edition as well, based on what they said. So, ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That's all, I have a decant. That's the only one I don't have a bottle of in that line. Of Gravitas Essentia. Stuff's really good, especially at the price. I snagged it for fresh fougere and very wearable. There's a red one, I believe. 3 in total. Yeah, Oud Saffron. 30 ml. Oh, you're talking about something else. Never mind. My apologies. Never mind. What's up, everyone? Date night with the wife. Just saying hello, and I hope your birthday was great, brother. Sin of the Night, Seraphim Red. Great choice, and I had a great birthday. Thank you very much. I wanted cold for my birthday. I got cold for my birthday and snow. I didn't want the snow. Like, it looked cool, but the aftermath of delaying all my packages for several days from all USPS, from FedEx, and from UPS makes me sad. It's delaying fragrances, it's delaying clothing, it's delaying sneakers, it's delaying a lot of things. It's delaying some content, that's for sure. Multiple pieces of content are being delayed because of it. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Boss Bottled Absolute, it's the one to beat for me. Wood Essence, that one's very much a blue fragrance. That one's kind of misleading, Wood Essence. I don't know. I don't think this will smell like wood. The citron alone gives me a little bit different feel. Just, I mean, citron's so bright and distinctive, especially if it's the only citrus listed. You'll probably have to get it at retail. If it's a limited edition, you might get lucky and catch it for 20, 30 bucks off at like a fragrance buy or something like that, like they did with Boss Bottle Pacific. But since it's limited, it's gonna come and go. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna buy it at full retail. They didn't say what bottle sizes, so I'm assuming since it's limited. Oh yeah, here we go, 50 and 100. So since it's a citrus fragrance, I'm probably gonna opt for the 100. Since it's because I tend to spray the fresh fragrances more, so I'll want to have the bigger bottle. When it's a heavy fragrance like this, I just want the 50 ml because I'll spray less and I wear them less often because, you know, typically a lot warmer climate I live in. It's not always got snow at the beach, right? That's an anomaly. I don't think it's going to be super earthy, even though they have patchouli. I think it's going to be Maybe a little coniferous. This alamy resin, I don't know, I just have a gut feeling. Be a little on the coniferous side. That'll give it more of an earthy, woody green feel, more so than the patchouli. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I love the bottle. Yeah, the caps and the plate are solid black pearl, Mercedes black pearl. And it's not mirrored. No, because so there's a company that runs the Zaharoff social media sites. They weren't supposed to release that because I screened as soon as Mauricio shared it in the Zed Lounge. I screenshot it and sent it to George. I said, I know you didn't authorize this. He's like, motherfucker. I said, yeah, they do it every time to him. He's like, they misunderstood me. So George didn't want that picture out yet. That's not what he likes to do with his pre-sales, but he likes the little teasers for the pre-sale. But that picture makes it look like almost like Second Soul, like it's mirrored. It's not. It's not. It's pearlescent black. It's not mirrored. It's a little bit of gloss. I mean, it's some gloss, but it's not mirrored, you know. And the juice is very dark. It's not purple. Like in that picture, it looks like it could be Second Soul. It's not. It's definitely not. It's a darker juice than that. No, wasn't planning on it. It's just a rebottling of the same fragrance. It's now a refillable bottle. It's the same fragrance. Nothing to talk about. If you have the old one, you have the new one. You just don't have a refillable bottle. Same. Polo 67, oddly enough. We're going to talk about that one next, too. Oh, I'm too girly. It's something. Oh, you find it's too girly. All right. Old is Gold, Pie by Givenchy. Good to see you. Dior Homme Sport 2017, probably my favorite. I love the blood orange in that one. I keep wanting to give 08 its flowers because the original, it's hard to say the original isn't the best every time, but at 17, it's the blood orange in the woods. It's my favorite. It just is. I haven't worn it in a while, but it's my favorite. Good to see you, sir. I haven't seen you talk about Pacific Rock Moss or Bohemian Lime. I haven't smelled Pacific Rock Moss in a long time. I don't think I've smelled Bohemian Lime. No thoughts. I appreciate that. Depends on the receptors in your nose, your skin chemistry. It's all going to dictate it because what you think you're getting is what you're not getting. Because your nose is going to tell you one story, then someone around you might tell you a different story. Because everybody's got different levels of sensitivity. I don't think it's going to be a strong performer. I think it'll be an average performer personally, since it's very citrus forward. But, you know, some people might get 10 hours. Some people might say, it's weak, bro, 2 hours, because they're getting nose fatigue. So most of the time it's us. It's on occasion, it's the fragrance's fault. I'm not going to sit here and say it's always our noses, but almost always it's our noses. This is from multiple perfumer sources. It's like people just love to blame the fragrance. It's their nose. We are the variable. We are the problem. You know how many bottles of this fragrance is going to get filled? And let's just call it 10,000 bottles. 9,000 people are going to get something different. And it's the same exact batch because we're the variable, not the fragrance. Make sense? Good to see you, sir. One more signature, beautiful fragrance. Yes, you and Cooper fooled me about Lattafa Amethyst. It smells like petroleum. Nobody fooled you. That's just what you think it smells like because it's great and most people enjoy it. It's a you thing, sir. VIP sense. That's a you thing. Nobody fooled you. I fucking love it. Thank you for this because I'm about to give you a hard time. Don't get mad because you teed it up for me to give you a hard fucking time. When somebody buys a cheap fragrance, a $30, $25, $30 fragrance, and they end up not liking it, and instead of me like, oh, it's just not for me, they're like, I trusted you. You lied to me. Fuck you. I'm not trusting you. No, I'm not saying that's what you're doing. Specifically, I'm being a little exaggerated and animated here about it, but I got nothing to do with how you gonna like a fragrance, my guy. Nor does Angel. Nor does anybody else. Nor if you make content, will you have anything to do with somebody buys a fragrance because you liked it? That fragrance is great. It's a rich rose. It's beautiful to me. I am one person. You are not that same person. We're different humans with different noses, different skin, different taste. So again, I say, ain't nobody fucking fooled you, pimpin'. You just don't like it. You just don't like it. That shit happens. I go back to what I'm wearing today. I'm in the minority of liking this fragrance because I'm not an emotional girl and can look at it just the way it is. Just, I either like it or I don't. And everybody else is like, oh, it's not the old one. It's terrible. So I'm in the minority for a fragrance. You just don't like it. Most people don't like this, and I love it. See what I'm saying? We're all different. Hope you took that in stride and don't get mad. Some people get the butt hurt. I don't know. I don't know you like that, you know? But you threw it out there, so I'm running with it. Nobody fooled you. You just don't like it. I've never heard of this brand. They have 35% off right now. Well, that doesn't mean you should buy them. Larry. Never heard of them. Just because they have a sale doesn't mean you should buy it. You ever try anything from them? Oh, Sport every time. I would take Sport over all 4 versions of Dior Homme Sport. I would take over Dior Homme Cologne, and I think Dior Homme Cologne is great, but Sport's a more versatile fragrance. Yeah, man. I'm kind of, and look, to him, that's what it smells like. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm saying nobody fooled him, and he just don't like it. You know. Good to see you, sir. Never tried it. My man Climatic with another super chat. I appreciate it. Speaking of Mercedes-Benz Cologne and Dior Homme Cologne's profile, eBay prices hit different. Yeah, they do. They wild on eBay, man. You got to be careful out there in the eBay streets. But I appreciate the super chat, my man. Thank you, sir. Jesus. That's way more than retail was. Retail was like $90 when that thing was on the market. $90, $100. Damn. Damn. But hey, if you got to have it, you got to have it. If you look, value is what someone places on something. I paid over $200 for a discontinued bottle of Le Male Essence de Parfum. Most people wouldn't do that. I really wanted it. I felt it worthy enough to spend the money. There's not that many designers I can say that about, you know. I agree. Yeah, we looked at it. No, not Black Rodeo. We saw Black Elixir, you mean? Oh, Black Rodeo is something different then. We looked at Black Elixir. I haven't used it in a while. The trolls love when I use it because they try to use it to me, you know. It's hilarious. I don't get any coconut out of Seraphine Blue, and I get a little bit. I don't get tons. I've seen a lot of people say they get a lot of coconut. I don't get much. I get a little bit. Smell Tigar, and I smell Tigar on Burlington 19. Wait, so you smell Bulgari's Tigar in a and Burlington 1819 in a fragrance that has no citrus notes? We are different. We are variables. You, because I totally disagree with you as well. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I disagree. You know, damn. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at those two because they're very citrus dominant, and Seraphine Blue don't have no citrus. I'm kind of surprised. I don't remember it having any. I think it's got literally no citrus. Let me double check the notes, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any citrus. But how it smells to you is how it smells to you. Apple. Yeah, apple's it. They got one fruit. Apple, lavender, rosemary, eucalyptus. Yeah, no citruses. I'm kind of surprised. Hey, to each their own. I mean, that's 2 phenomenal fragrances you say it smells similar to, you know. Lavelle, long time no see. Good to see you. Yo, Amethyst is fire. Y'all have to pile on. I gave him a hard enough time. I hope he took it in stride and he's laughing. He's like, oh, fuck you, man. You know, hope he ain't get mad. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I actually like Mercedes-Benz Cologne a little bit more. It's got some orange in it besides just the lemonade. I think it's amazing too. I totally agree. Absolutely. Basically launched me in a fragrance journey. That fragrance led me to your channel. Chris Ash and some fairly major pain in the wallet, but it's been quite a fragrant ride. That's a hell of a fragrance, man. That's one of my favorite designers. That was my favorite designer released last year. It's amazing. I think it's so good. See, everybody's different. It smells like Sharpies to him. Totally disagree, but that's what it smells like to him. Just like the other gentleman, it smells like petroleum. Good to see you, sir. Sense of Wood, Calm and Cedar. Never tried it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a risk. Let somebody be a guinea pig for you first, Giancarlo. But it doesn't matter where it's at. It's let somebody be a guinea pig for you. Well, yeah, that's always, I mean, that's the best choice. If you have the ability to sample, if the option's there, that's always the best choice, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Cooper's name's Angel. I talk to Angel probably at least once to twice a week. We bullshit. We shoot the shit while I'm at the gym. We'll voice message back and forth on IG. Usually it's when one of us posts something that intrigues the other to crack a joke about. That's usually what starts it. I'll crack a joke about something he posted, or he'll crack a joke about some shit I posted. And next thing you know, we're back and forth for 20 minutes while I'm working out. At least once a week, sometimes twice a week. I enjoy certain clones very, very much. Very much. I like a twist more. Like that's why I like Club de Nuit Lionheart so much, because it's so much peppermint. It's Lamal elixir with a hefty dose of peppermint. I prefer that. Give me the twists. That's why I love Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition Parfum. Yeah, it's like Aventus, but it's not Aventus. A bunch of lemon, heavy lemon. Beast Coconut Cologne, Mr. Bellevue. A Beast Coconut fragrance. For me, that would be La Bola Parfum. I get phenomenal, ridiculous power out of it. They have some clones of it, but they don't perform the same way. Like Cadlage Island smells great, but it's not as strong. Maison Alhambra's Glacier Bold, which seems to get a lot of flack, I think it's pretty good, but still, it doesn't have the power of La Bola Parfum. La Bola Parfum is a straight up beast. That's pineapple sweet, powdery iris, sweet powdered tonka bean, with a bunch of coconut. Super tropical and fruity. It's amazing. What's up, Randy? Forever Young. It came in the elixir box. See, I like Heroes. I had never tried the flanker. Heroes is good. Heroes is super underrated. Not burnt at all. I guess all subjective. Been letting it sit for a month. It would change and grow on me. It's just not doing it. I appreciate you take that in stride because I like to pick. Because you're like, you fooled me. It's like, now I'm gonna fuck with you. Shouldn't have told me I fooled you. You know? I just like to pick and play around. I mean no harm when I say that kind of stuff. I'm glad you took it in stride. Thank you for that. I talked to Randy earlier. Randy's around. He's around, Josh. Okay, so Kix is familiar with him. So you might want to hit up Kix, Giancarlo. Kix Griffey. Good clone of Blue Talisman. So, not the thing that Lattafa released. What? Fuck the bottle. If the clone's good, the clone's good. Because I don't want to buy Blue Talisman. I'm actually in search of a good clone of Blue Talisman. And Taj 2 from Fragrance World wasn't it. Yeah, but Burlington 1819. Look, Seraphine Blue is my favorite Zaharoff. It was my favorite fragrance release last year. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. But I don't know if I can call it a masterpiece because of the artistry of Burlington 1819. That's why I call that one a masterpiece, because to me, there's nothing else like it. The complexity of it, it's so deeply layered. And it's not like, because Seraphine Blue is like very fresh. It's very casual. Whereas Burlington 1819, you can dress that motherfucker all the way up to black tie if you want. That's a serious ass fragrance. Because we don't do politics here. We're not going to talk about the president's sneakers. We're not going to talk about the president's fragrances. I saw Cuba did one, and I'm just not doing it. You know, I try to keep the politics out of this channel as much as possible because of the divisiveness. Because the moment I post that thumbnail in that video, make me turn the fucking comments off. You know what I mean? So I'm just not doing stuff like that. We don't talk politics here. I try to keep religion to a minimum on you guys the best I can. All the crazy, divisive, make people want to burn cities type of fucking topics. We don't do that shit here. So keep it light, keep it tight, have some fun, crack some jokes, talk about some quirky hobbies and fragrance and stuff like that. That's what we do over here. Did you, Randy? That's hilarious. I doubt it. To the last 3 streams, I'll see. So Josh is just on his period then. Okay, I got you. So I didn't have to be a guinea pig. If you want to see it, Cuba, that we were just talking about, he did a video. He did it. I didn't watch the video. I saw the thumbnail and I cracked a joke. I was like, boy, you trying to get some people talking shit in your fucking comments, huh? He said, man, I don't care. I said, clearly, you posted a Trump fragrance review. Go for it. Have at it. I ain't doing that. It is, but when it's permanent, but the original presentation with the chest and everything, that was a one-time thing. That like the next time a fragrance releases in the Privé line, they ain't getting another round of chest. That was a one-time thing. Those 500 of those that are special in the world. It was a one-time special thing he wanted to do. The standard box is actually really nice, though. It's a big improvement on the signature line boxes, which are beautiful, but this one's very intricate, spinning display style and all. Cobalt meets the fruit. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get that. That sounds like something I would like. So we got another one. I appreciate that. Thank you, my man. So we made it to the bottom. I think I was expecting like PC Oud satin from Amethyst. Oh, Paris Corners Oud satin. So with that one, do you find that one's a big time powder bomb? Because I find it super powdery, which I like super powdery. My wife told me I smelled way too much like baby powder. She doesn't like me wearing it. But I do quite like that one. Super, super powdery. So you were looking for more of that route. See, this is more of a thick, like I believe there's some patchouli in there as well. So it might be the patchouli with that thick, jammy, sweet rose. This may be turning you off a bit. That patchouli could be doing it for you. I think there might even be a little bit of violet. I don't remember because that could potentially give you some petroleum. But yeah, they did very, very different oud rose fragrances for sure from those two. Mr. Terrence, good to see you, my guy. Soul Cafe, watching on TV while on a call. Well, damn. Don't get yourself in trouble. If you can hear me, I would think if you're on a call, you got me on mute or really low. So be careful if you can't hear me. Talk on your phone call. We'll talk after. Good to see you. I'm sure you heard every word too. Yeah, it's amazing. That doesn't go in its chest and on the shelf. It stays right here when I want to pull that cap and smell it. It stays right here. I'm waiting for spring to roll around. I got other stuff I want to wear while it's cold because it's not like the heaviest fragrance. It's a very airy fragrance. Oh, you're talking about Boss Bottle Elixir? Yeah, Randy don't like that. Oh, well, I don't want to spoil your video shit. Only intention was to find out. Oh, so yeah, Cubano. I don't know if it's a ball sprayer or not, but that's the way to find out. What did I choose? I chose stuff to I got Cobalt Elixir. What else did I get? Because I got stuff to put in the mystery pack. Like I get some carded samples and stuff, you know. What else did I get? Heroes, regular heroes. Because I want somebody to try that in the mystery pack. And I got one for my wife. I forgot which one. Oh, La Belle Parfum? La Belle Le Parfum? Yes. I always get one for the wife and two for the giveaways. Every time there's 3 samples. Or like mini bottles from Raban. I got her Fame EDP Intense, which she fell in love with. So I bought a bottle for the birthday stream. She actually wanted a bottle. You do hear me. Okay. So just in case, I was hoping you would hear me because that makes that much more stupid, dramatic, and funny. Do this, talk on your call. Yeah, it's not a place for it. It's just to hang out and bullshit. That's why I like with VIP Sense. It was like, I hope you don't get mad, but I'm about to fuck with you. I like to joke around and keep it light and just have a good time, you know? Yeah, I agree. I figured y'all would enjoy that. Yeah, I'm tired of the ice. They're delaying all my packages, E. Ladies and gentlemen, the super mega weight all the way from Japan, which you traveling back in a week. So you dropping them titles at that next show, huh? I saw the card that you were advertising. I said, oh, that's the title drop right there. Because you're only in Japan another week, right? He's laughing right now. Yes. So I tried to get it. It's available on Armani's Canadian site, and they wouldn't let me check out. I tried. They wouldn't let me. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I tried. Oh, then that might be what I got. How about this? One moment, please. And we're back. Yep, sure is. That's 2 samples I got. So that's going in the mystery pack. And this can still go in the mystery pack. Ginger, pear, sage, geranium, leather, musk. Looks like regular. Yeah, that's Heroes. That's what I got. That's what I have. That's the bottle I own. Unless there's another one, and I didn't, and they have the exact same bottle. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was saying. I quite like it. Because yeah, when I picked it, it was like, oh, let me get a sample of Heroes. I want people to try that, so I'm not even gonna spray it. You had me thinking it was a different flanker. I didn't know it was called Forever Young. Yeah, I have that. It's amazing. It's actually really freaking good. Super, super, super underrated, man. Gets no love whatsoever. Yep, as soon as I can. As soon as I can. That is a great choice. Play some elevator music. I could have, you know what? Trying to find the right one for you. Now we're talking. They got music on random background music that comes up on is this appeasing what you're looking for? Not quite doctor's office kind of stuff, but sensual elevator music. All right, that's enough of that. Turn that off. I had my fun. Not a bottle yet. I will. I'm not in a big old rush. Sooner than later. Yeah, I thought it was a flanker. When you said Forever Young, and I saw the notes, I was like, wait a second. And then I saw the bottle. I'm like, that's what I have. Sure enough. There you go, Smooth Groove. So in the future, when I have to one moment, please, and go to my icon, I will make sure to have that music queued up moving forward, Blaine. I promise. Anytime I have to get up. Do you enjoy them? Because that's what was great. It's so good. Bold, fruity blue. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not over the top sweet because it's pear. And the leather is not like in your face. It's not a bunch of leather. It's very soft and in the background. Dancing glasses too. Yeah, not quite. So we're almost an hour and we still got 193 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Let's look at Polo 67. So for the gentleman that asked about Le Parfum, it's just a refillable bottle. They didn't even put the notes up yet. Highly concentrated, much more intense than all its predecessors. Embodiment, who knows life, blah, 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 blah. So it's just a rebottling with the refillable bottle. That's all. Then we had a gentleman that asked earlier. All right, Polo 67, Eau de Parfum. Here we go. High hopes. Let's look at the bottle. So there's an outline now. Has a white outline versus the previous and says Eau de Parfum. See if we can see it with the box. Nope, just the one picture. All right, let's read about it. Daring, irresistible, seductive. Lies. Here's one of those bullshit designer write-ups. Ralph Lauren Polo 67 EDP is a new fragrance for the relentless man who follows his passions. Such bold statements for these fucking fragrances, right? An irresistible pineapple note. So where's the gentleman that says there's no pineapple in here? Where's that dickhead? Where you at? Aunt B. That's who it was. Aunt B. Where you at? Saying it didn't have no damn pineapple. That's the first thing they talk about. See, look, so y'all, they listening. Look, here's Barron. Y'all assholes got me mentioning Trump and Barron comes up. Shit's on the channel now. Damn it. Irresistible pineapple note interlaced with the intense warmth of cedarwood and benzoin, culminating in a powerful infusion of exhilarating freshness and steaming sensuality. But they make it sound like a date night fragrance, huh? I don't think that's all the top notes. I think that's a mistake, but benzoin, pineapple, and cedar wood. Aromatic, spicy, woody leather. So more notes to come. That's clearly not the entire breakdown. So it was vetiver instead of cedar wood before, if I remember correctly. Vetiver and sandalwood. Okay. So we got cedar this time around. All right. I got high hopes. This was a solid release. It was Dedrick's favorite designer of the year. What do you guys think? I got high hopes. I think they warmed it up a little bit. I really think that's what's going on here, hence the benzoin, which they did not have before. So they warmed it up a bit. Raised the oil a little bit, probably 3% or something, 3 or 4%. And now we're looking at a warmer concentration. Change the woods out a little bit. I think it's going to be another solid release that a lot of people are going to love and a lot of people are going to like. Probably no one will hate. I mean, there's always that one random person that's over the top with, oh, it's complete trash, smells like toilet water. There's always that guy, right? Just like the yeah, but guy I talked about. Don't be the yeah, but guy. Yeah, but new formulas are weak. Don't be the yeah, but guy. Same thing, you know. Oh, see, I caught myself because I didn't want to like mess up your first impressions and everything. Yeah, I was very surprised. I was very surprised at how much the leather stays and how much more masculine it is than every other version of Bad Boy. I love it. I'm wearing it tomorrow. Right here. I'm wearing it tomorrow. Yep. I love it. Randy's not a fan. I love it. Mr. Bishop has arrived. Good to see you. Got 2 in the chat doing Creed Himalaya. Hell yeah. Everybody saying hello to Bishop. Three main notes from the original and the post. Okay. Yeah, he does that a lot. He does that shit a lot. I think it's going to be a warmer fragrance. That's my assumption here because this tells me he was limited on what he's got. I'm looking forward to it too. Well, I mean, you're wearing it today. Just got it though, but so far it's a love. You know what else is a love for you? He just went from 6 to midnight with me showing that bottle. Y'all have no idea. Only those that actually know Jay knows he went from 6 to midnight seeing that bottle. Yeah, as Beavis likes to say, boing. That's how much that man likes Versace Aero CDP. Shiaka Red, smelling good. $5 super chat from the best name on YouTube, Chronic Macerator. What's going on, man? Never tried that one from Givenchy. The discontinued Slayer of YSL Tuxedo. Damn. Don't be the pimping guy. Yeah, there you go. Why EDT and EDP change? Yeah, because EDP didn't actually change. EDT, they just added more vanilla. That was literally all that changed. They dialed back the aldehydes a little bit and added some vanilla. It's a minor change for the EDT. At minimum. Yeah, for sure. Good to see you dropping in and listening during the workout. I hope you're having a great workout. Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. Hell yeah. We just grabbed the carded samples from when I bought a Bad Boy Elixir. I picked these 2. Those are going to go in the mystery pack for the members this month. That's going to be 2 of the many things that go in the mystery pack. Good to see you, sir. Teriyaki Intense just got it in and did a live on it today. Shout outs to Scented Paradise. Make sure to check his channel out. I love it. It's my favorite Lattafa that I've smelled anyways. PDM Carlisle. Hell yeah. We got 2 in the chat wearing that today. Went from 6 to -2 with arrows. Shriveled up like it's cold outside. Toomey Kinetic. You've been wearing that one a lot lately. And you brought a lot of fragrances with you to Japan. I'm starting to think you've really been vibing with it because I know you posted like 2 days ago. You posted that as your scent of the day too. Yes, that is very true. Now, just wait a minute, chat. What was the name of the YouTube tag? Ross just read Chronic. Yeah, Chronic Macerator. He's been here a bunch of times, Bishop. He's here all the time. Chronic Macerator. It's a great name. Such a great name. He did so good. You're better than the new Boss Citrus. And you might be right. You very well could be right. I don't know. Yeah, it's amazing. That plum liqueur cinnamon bomb too, man. Whew, so good. Saudi King. Apparently, it's an exact clone of Invictus Aqua. In case you wanted to review, see if they're actually the same. Just throwing that out there. I appreciate that, Ross. I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying yes either. Yeah, Continuum's top 3 for me from the house. I have all of them. 19 Degrees, my favorite. Dusk, the blue one that came out last year, really good. And then Continuum's my number 3. I'm so jealous. My packages are delayed. That was supposed to come in yesterday, then today, and it's still delayed. So tomorrow, hopefully, I get Hawass Fire. Hopefully. My neighbor just had a hell of a laugh. There you go. Hell yeah. Gives me cola vibes. My 3rd favorite behind 19 Degree and Atlas. Okay. Seems like we agree on 19 Degree, though. Yeah, they've done really. I think their last 4 Boss bottled flankers have been great. And I think every Boss Descent's been good. Pure Accord, Intense, the 2 Dark Horses. I think they're good, too. Yeah. The other ones are just that much better. Le Parfum, Private Accord, Absolute, Magnetic, Elixir. They're just amazing. EDT gets way lost in the shuffle. It's my favorite too. Me along with Awakened Distilled. See, everybody's got to pick. Everybody's got to pick. I have not tried it yet. It's supposedly an extrait. Several people have asked me. Whenever Fragrance Buy gets it in stock, I'll buy it. I'll buy it from them. I try to stay pretty loyal. Let's see if they got a listing for it yet. Pure Parfum perfume. It's kind of like a dirty lemon. It's got some patchouli going. Precious is amazing. Intense limited edition parfum is my favorite. Got the original. Lionheart, man, I'm telling y'all, Peppermint Lamal Elixir is so freaking good. Yeah, they don't have a listing yet for that one. And once they get it, and my rep may let me know, because he let me know ahead of time they were getting Hawass Fire, which doesn't happen all the time, but if he lets me know, I'll buy a bottle as soon as I can, just like I did with Hawass Fire, which I'm still waiting on to come in. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Cinede Givenchy Reserve Privé. No, it happens. It happens. It happens to all of us. Sounds interesting. Grab. I love citrus and fragrances. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. Debating on going silent on new releases until Society and Forever Wanted. I mean, you could. Yeah, we got a Society op. Excuse me. I apologize. Yeah, Society Ombre. We can look at it real quick. If you never looked at it before, they got it on here. Oh, damn it. It must be a pain in the ass. I do it one at a time. It might not be on, yeah, it might not be on the newest ones. You can always go right here. See, it's got the gold label. There's the original, there's Extreme, and this is the Ombre. Vetiver, Narcissus, Leather, Tobacco, Madagascar, Vanilla, and apparently more tobacco. Doesn't that look cool? That looks cool. I'm willing to bet it's going to be good. Name the last bad gentleman flanker. Don't worry, I'll wait. If you named one, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit if you actually named one. Blow my whistle, throw my flag, personal foul. Stop your tomfoolery. There is no bad gentleman flanker. That doesn't exist. They've never released a bad gentleman flanker. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's iconic honey patchouli elegance. Yeah. I'm confident it's going to be really good because Society was really good. Society Extreme, top 2 designer release of last year for me. Amazing. Absolutely fucking incredible. This, super, super high hopes. Super high hopes. Well, I mean, you know how it is, man. It's year in, year out. Never feel like you got to get everything unless you're reviewing full time. Then you got to kind of get damn near everything. I don't get every single thing with designers, but I get most every year. Last several years, most years, I get most of them throughout the year. Sometimes I'll wait and catch them discounters later throughout the year, but like I'm waiting on LeBeau Flower Edition still. Still waiting on that. I got the shipping notification yesterday. I've been buying the new releases as they come where I can get them because like everything I've told you guys I was interested in getting, I've been buying it full retail because it's like, yeah, I want them. It's not just for views. It's like, I fucking want it now. Like this, I wanted it now. Phantom Elixir, I wanted it now. The Bellflower Edition, I want it now. It's not here yet. The Arôme Parfum, I want it now. I'm wearing it right now. Love it. That'll come. Or an Elixir. They might go straight to Elixir. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, shit. This dude actually put 1 million. You left the commas out. If you were really going to go all the way, you forgot to put the commas. If you want to really do it like that. Jasada Ambassador Intense, good stuff. It's good spring, early summer fragrance before the extreme heat. Depends on your taste. That's the thing. What kind of stuff do you typically like? And I could throw a recommendation at you. Because I don't want to just say something that I like and enjoy, because you may not like and enjoy it, you know? Gotta fix it to the bridge, but it's right that. I could see it in the camera. I'm looking at the playback on the window, and I could see that little white dot of whatever the hell that was driving me nuts. And we've been over this before. I got to line up the seam with the bridge of my nose. OCD. What can I say? Buy a 2 ml sample from So Avant-Garde. It's like $6. You'll know in 2 ml if you want the bottle. You don't need 5 or 10 ml to figure out if it's amazing or not worth the money. You don't need much. That ain't some fragrance you got to wear 10 times to figure it the fuck out. You'll know immediately. You'll know the first time you wear it. If it takes you 5 or 6 wearings to figure out if you like French Defense, you're the fucking problem. I don't mean you specifically, John. I mean anyone that sees this now or in the future. If that fragrance takes you a handful plus times to figure out if you like it or not, you just can't commit. You got commitment issues. That's what it is. You just got commitment issues. You've been with your girl for 10 years and they never proposed to her. You got commitment issues. That's just how I feel about it. No, sir. I'm not going to blindly search something that I have no idea what it is just because a profile I've never seen before asked me to do it. I'm not a fucking moron. Thank you, though. It might be a fragrance and it might be very innocent, but stupid people are like, oh, thank you, random commenter I've never seen before. What's that? 3 Shape 11? No. I'm not potentially getting suckered into something that's going to make me look foolish. You would have to state your case on what the fuck it is first. And be very convincing that you're telling the truth, sir. That's okay. Doesn't mean it's bad, though, just because you don't love it. You don't have to love everything. You'd be like, it's okay. My point is there's none. It's like, ugh, it's terrible. There's none. That one don't exist. You know who made a really good version of 1 Million Elixir? Paco Rabanne. You should probably go get the Paco Rabanne fragrance. Yeah, man. Just instead of looking for a $30 one, spend the $80. If you really want it, like if you really like 1 Million Elixir, just get 1 Million Elixir, man. It's not some $300 niche fragrance. You know, it's like $60 for a 50 ml or some shit. Just cut back 2 fragrances on the clone haul and get 1 Million Elixir. So I don't know if it's in stock, but I'm assuming that's the 50 ml price, $66.94. See if it's in stock. Not in stock, but 50 mls go for around $65-$70. 100 mls probably 70 or so. 70, not 70, like around 80-ish, 85. So yeah, man. If you really like 1 Million Elixir, cut back on the clones this paycheck and get 1 Million Elixir. That's a real answer right there. Of course. I mean, if you're going to commit to just putting the actual number 1 million, I mean, you got to go all the way and put the commas in the right places. Don't omit the commas. Right? Yes and no. There's a bunch of good clones out there, but I mean, Killian's quality is better than every clone. Dumont Celerio Epic's really, really freaking good. And there's a bunch of other ones that people will probably name that are really good. But Angel Share special. It is. It really is. You got to make that decision for yourself. The original's always the way. With niche fragrances, if you can spend it, the original's the way to go. It is. There's no clone that's going to satisfy you the way an original niche fragrance will. Especially if you're going into it for the experience of the fragrance and you're not some performance whore that, oh, it better last 10 hours. I don't care how good it smells. It better last 10 hours. As long as you don't have that mentality, which that's a strong ass fragrance. No worries with Angel Share. Just in general, if it's not a money issue kind of thing and you're like, nah, I really don't want to spend more than 30 to 50. If you're cool with spending what they go for a discount, that's around 200. Yeah, it's the original's the way to go for sure. Galan L'Homme Ideal Cologne, beautiful, beautiful citrus almond. Ooh, yeah. My current thoughts on that is that's one of the best citrus mint fragrances I've ever smelled. That's one of Xerjoff's best offerings. Citrus mint green. Oh, so freaking good. Never tried LV Lovers. I know my man Marcus is a fan of that if he's still here in the chat. Let me 2025 goat all the way. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Matt. I sure appreciate you. Reek and Jay, my man. Oh, shit. Did you now? So for those of you who didn't know, he put me on game with the stock of Le Beau Flower Edition. And I ran over and jumped on that. Ah, from overseas. Yeah, I bought from them. Holy really? Well, makeupstore.com, folks. 107 for 100 ml. Let me log in. I'm gonna buy this right now while we're on stream for you fuckers. Sell it out. I know how y'all are. I'm buying that right now. 107 retail is phenomenal. Makeupstore.com, for those of you that aren't in the know, it is a legit place to buy. They usually get new releases very quickly. All right. One moment, please, actually. Hold that thought. There's your music for you. Y'all vibe for a moment while I buy a fragrance to review for your viewing pleasure. PayPal, and I don't feel like running to get my wallet. Let me use my digital card. Shit, I gotta get my card. One moment. And we're back. By the way, Zaharoff Minimalist Wallet. Processing. Had to verify my identity. Had to text me real quick. Thank you for your order. Freaking Jay. As usual, good looking out, my guy. This week got me on two new releases. Appreciate you, sir. You're the real MVP. You have a good night, Roy. Thanks for coming and hanging with us. I'm confident we'll get one. Yeah, it don't take long. Yes, it is. So with Middle Eastern stuff and cheaper stuff that they fill the bottles and then send them to market right away, they typically don't macerate those. Yeah. Designer houses, niche houses, they macerate their fragrances before they bring them to market. They'll just continue to age and macerate, but they're macerated as soon as you get them. They're already really strong and the formulas have settled and all that good stuff. Whereas with the cheap stuff, they blend it, they pour it, they send it. That's how it works. So those, you got to spray them and you can enjoy them right away. I always do. Spray them and enjoy them, but they will get stronger over time. This is a prime example. It was faint and hard to smell with first spray. 4 days later, it turned into a beast. It literally just took a few days to let some oxygen get back in there and macerate, just spraying it a little bit, and it'll just continue to get better. It's mainly for the Middle Eastern stuff and some of the clones because they don't macerate them. They just send them out. Sure did. Okay. Okay, so now I know you're not some bullshit profile. Okay. See, I didn't know that. You got to understand. You just put some shit I've never heard of, and you're like, hey, go look this up and tell me your thoughts. Motherfucker, I ain't stupid. I don't know what you're asking me, and I don't know you. Honestly, Johnny, I don't know you. But now I remember you because that was from Tuesday. So I do appreciate that, but I guess we'll do it. Is that what you had asked originally? Oh, yeah, I typed it wrong. Okay, so it's a fragrance. Okay. You have to understand my trepidation. Okay. So based on what you said, I was like, I ain't got the fucking clue what that is. I ain't doing that shit. The bottle looks cool. Wow, 9.2 out of 10, 3 ratings. Fresh, woody, citrus, aquatic. Artemisia, bergamot, ginger, guava. I'm sold immediately on guava. Ooh, look at this note breakdown. Lime, aquatic notes, cardamom, lemon blossom, mint, jasmine, night blooming jasmine specifically, amber, musk, orris root, precious woods, and vetiver. Yo, look at this. All right, my bad, Johnny. My apologies. You're on to something here. I would not have known about this had you not brought it to my attention. So my apologies. And Marcus is here. I see he's commenting on lovers. Compare this one to Mephisto, but this one's more masculine and robust and projecting. Opening notes, grapefruit, aquatic. Dry downs, masculine, musky. Very good. Alternative to Mephisto and imagination. I'm really interested in this note breakdown. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to look into that, man. Thank you. Again, my apologies for earlier. I have to be skeptical. It's the internet, and I don't know you personally. And I don't recognize your name enough to be like, oh, I remember Johnny. Johnny's the one that recommended Virtus Amber Elixir. You know, hope you can understand. 85 for 100 ml. There you go. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. I talked about it in this morning's video, actually. I'm not going to argue that point. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's expensive, though. No, because that's not that close. It's not as close as you would think. That's more of a twist and kind of like Angel Share. It is not like a direct copy of it. No. That's got way more sweetness and way less nuance. Obviously, the quality's not the same, but way less nuance than something like Angel Share. I did see they got a new one coming, but I'm not interested because it's not coming from EJ. Happy Land at its purest form to me is EJ Wells creating them. I'm not saying I won't support the brand moving forward, but it's like I don't want to try any new creations. I want to remember all the creations as stuff that EJ made. So I'm really not interested. I'm not, because it's not EJ. I mean, I get it. The wife's got to go on and she's got to make some money and all that good stuff. And that's awesome. And there's clearly an outsourcing of somebody else perfuming it. I would assume, unless she learned how to perfume, but it's not EJ. You know, may he rest in peace. Oh, shit. Well, then you're good. Yeah, fuck a clone. If you got 2 bottles, what the hell do you want a clone for? I have to ask. Like, you got 2 bottles of it. You clearly love that fragrance and have plenty. Why would you care about a clone if you got the multiple bottles of the actual fragrance? Why would you want to downgrade your experience to a clone? Because a clone is a downgrade. I don't care what anybody wants to argue with me about. Some are just really good, but it's still versus original art. It's a downgrade. Sometimes it's barely a downgrade. Sometimes it's a big downgrade, but it's still downgrade. I said it in the comments somebody earlier. Art is art. A clone is a clone. Clones rip off art. Original creations are art. So I just don't get it. Definitely not a blind buy. We get, especially not at that price point. Nothing LV's blind buy safe, I think. I don't play Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I got that from George, obviously. Sedley, Mephisto, Gentle Uomo, as of today, Citrine. I mean, everything you have is good to go. And Renaissance would be a great option. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, everything you have is good to go. Oh, Silver Mountain Water is so good. I do like Mephisto more. Speaking of Mephisto, I'm glad you like that. That's going to be the one we use from now on. I think it's just the rebottling. I think it's just the special bottle of the original. Because the EDP right here is what's going to be new. Revamped attire. You know what that means? Special bottle. Yeah, it's the same. Outer packaging, features the logo. Yeah, it's the same. Same fragrance. New bottle. We just added those Olympic logos. Yeah, that's all it is. If you have Polo 67, you have that fragrance. Unless you're just some diehard Olympics fan, you know. No, designer. I would not. Tom Ford makes suits and leather goods and sunglasses and just menswear in general. As a designer brand. Got some high quality shit, but it's still a designer brand. Ooh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Kara. I get furious when the box shows up beat up. You know the goods on the inside took a beating. I don't know if I'd say that, but it's definitely my favorite Angel Share clone. It's definitely my favorite. That's why I mentioned that one specifically. No, definitely not. No, you're good. Not redundant. Not at all. This is more of a smoky, woody vetiver, and it's very fruity. There's a lot more nuance. Like Vibrant Vetiver Delight's a fun, fresh, like Sprite 7-Up kind of fragrance, but that can't hold a candle to Mancera's Vetiver Sensual. Yeah, A Precious Treasure. She tried it already. It was a vibe, right? That's what I was like kind of bobbing my head with. Ended up buying a damn fragrance. I wasn't expecting it, but I mean, 107, count me in. Yeah, absolutely. The vibes. Yeah, I mean, I had to. For 107, that's cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Hell yeah. They're legit. I bought from them before. Actually, this bottle came from them. This and Triumph Elixir came from makeupstore.com. I learned about them from Mr. Fragrance Dude like 2 years ago. It's all good. All good. I haven't. Yeah, Free Shape is the house, I believe. Yeah, Free Shape, and the fragrance is 1111. Yeah, the bottle's gorgeous. The packaging's gorgeous, and the note breakdown looks outstanding, regardless of quality. It could be a designer synthetic. That's probably amazing. Minty fresh, aquatic, some ginger and guava to really brighten it up and give it a tropical feel. I bet it's fucking amazing. So again, Johnny 5, my bad. Glad you brought it to my attention because I'm going to be looking into this one myself. Can't do guava or anything fresh right now. Yeah, but I mean, it's for later. You know, I'm not really wearing nothing really fresh right now either. Guava, such an underused note. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you love it like that, man, don't downgrade your experience. Because you know it, you clearly know the fragrance very well, and you're gonna beat the clone to death, picking it apart and criticizing it. Because 1 Million Elixir is a beloved fragrance for you. So it's not gonna measure up. There's no clone that's gonna measure up to it. Even if there's one that gets really close, it's still not going to be the same. It's not going to hit the same for you since you have that love for it. So, my chest cramped. Pet cramp. I'm a little dehydrated. If you could see it, it literally turns into an indentation. The muscle tightens up. And to scratch my trap, it was itching, cramping up doing it. Damn it. More water. I don't have electrolyte issues. I have pink salt in every meal, potassium through my foods, and on occasion I have a potassium supplement. So before anybody brings up electrolytes, I get my electrolytes every day for sure. I'm probably not going to answer. I don't answer most people. So you could do it, but I'm probably not going to answer you. Honestly, it's the truth. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm probably not going to respond because I get a fuck ton of messages on every platform. I got to the point where if I don't already have active conversations, I don't respond. Everything's on approval and all that stuff, so my inbox doesn't get flooded on IG and Facebook Messenger and all that stuff. So you can talk to me randomly on here, but private conversation is just not going to happen. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going to respond. Yeah, he's a Steelers fan, I believe. Yeah, he's in Pittsburgh area. Oh, damn. Damn. I didn't know that. Look, if it's fucked up, let George know. George will send you another one if he needs to, and you just send that one back to him. He'll turn it into decants. He'll turn it into little 3 ml decants. That's what happens if he gets somebody to return a bottle and replaces it. That sucks. If it's something you don't want to keep, reach out to George, explain the situation. Say, yeah, I told Ross about it. He told me to reach out to you. And if he's got available stock, that's how George is. A1 customer service. Now he's about to go to Japan. No, not Japan. Is it Japan? Is he going to Japan? He's going to Rome. He's going to France. He's going to France for 2 days, then Rome for 3 days. He's leaving Friday. So he's going to be gone till like late next week. He's leaving tomorrow. So he might not see it. If you want to do that, though. I don't think they ruined Creed. Because you got to understand, most of the people that are buying all the Creed clones can't afford to, because they don't want to admit they can't afford to, buy Creed fragrances. But they want to get a kind of the experience of Creed. They want the Creeds. They can't afford the Creeds. Because Creed's not marketing. Like, a lot of people don't understand. If Omas is here, he's going to love this because it's an argument he likes to make. They're not marketing to everyone. They don't want every human wearing a Creed fragrance. They're not marketing to middle class, lower class in general. They're not marketing their $300 to $600 fragrances to that group of people. They're just not. It's a luxury item from a luxury brand. That's like getting mad because you can't shop at Louis Vuitton. Well, they're not marketing to everyone. Their shit's priced to be exclusive and a luxury item. You know, so it's the same premise, just in a fragrance, which Louis Vuitton happens to have fragrances. But you see what I'm saying? So people that still can and want to afford Creed still get Creeds. I don't have the most Creed fragrances, but certain ones, it's like, yeah, that's worth the money to me. I got 8 or 9 different bottles, and I catch certain deals here and there. But I'm super into fragrance, obviously. So everybody's situation is different. I'm not hating on anybody that can't afford it. Pride won't allow people to say they can't afford it. They'll say, I would never pay that. You probably can't. And just pride's making you say it that way. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody's situation is different, and everybody's living their lives the way they need to live it and can live it, and so on. Again, I'm not downplaying that. I'm just, when you're blunt about reality, people take it wrong sometimes. You know, they want to shoot the messenger, even though the message is accurate. And that this is probably one of those situations because I'm saying the truth, you know. And I don't mean you, Roberto. I don't know your situation. I'm just generalized statement of when it comes to Creed. I don't think they're hurting at all. They've been sold twice since I've been making content for a lot of money, you know, and they continue to put out great fragrances. Their sales are up. More people are coming to the brand, and they're not really marketing to everyone. Again, I state so. Never even heard of this fragrance. Ooh, orange. If I had to pick one, I'd go orange. A lot of people love that one. Shura, no. I have a decant somewhere. I don't know where, but I have one somewhere. So they remind me of a smoky, darker version of Shagaf, which I know you're a fan of. That I am. Shagaf Pour Homme, indeed. Thank you for asking. My coach was like, is that too heavy? You're okay? My mom called, how's your elbow? The wife's like, make sure you put your compression sleeve. Because, yeah, it's bruised. It's not as swollen. You can see it's kind of swollen. When you compare the elbows, it's a little swollen. But, and I got bone bruise up towards the wrist right here. But like the actual elbows bruised. But it didn't, and today was chest day. It didn't hinder me. I didn't go super heavy. I was doing a lot of time under tension work anyway. But I'm good. Like it didn't hinder me lifting or anything like that because it's bruised. It's not a functional issue. Well, of course, the elbow popped when I did that, but it's not a function issue for me, fortunately, because I didn't break anything. I didn't tear anything. It just bruised it. And it comes down to a pain tolerance. And I put my elbow sleeves on. Like I slept with an elbow sleeve on last night. I double sleeved it, like the ones that go on each arm. I double sleeved it for heavy compression after it happened yesterday for a while. Took a break for like an hour. Then put the single sleeve on for several hours, took it off for a few hours before bed. And then since I knew I was going to sleep with it, I threw it back on. So I had compression most of the day yesterday, like pretty stiff and sturdy compression. They literally support sleeves for weightlifting. And then obviously I used them today. And it was all good. Now tomorrow, a little bit more because it's elbow hinging. It's arm day tomorrow. So we're going to see how it goes tomorrow. I'm probably going to wear my elbow sleeves again and just do whatever hurts the least to get some tension on my tricep. And I should be good doing biceps. It's more the tricep movements because it's stretching out. Like I'm feel it doing this, but I don't feel it doing that. So it's going to be when I get to doing it. I start with triceps. So I'm going to have to do it accordingly. Just certain movements. I won't be able to really do dips probably. And like, I'll get it figured out. But thank you for asking. No, I definitely don't. There's no reason to. What's the point? I've heard that about sugar leather. Yeah, I've heard. You're not the first person to tell me about that. I've heard good things, but baby cat, yeah, man, and a bottle of sugar leather. Damn, I'm kind of jealous. Teach their own. You have a good one, Junior. I mean, we're shutting it down here in a little bit. We've lost a bunch of people because we stopped talking about the main topic and we're just bullshitting. We got 157 in the chat. I appreciate you guys that are still here. All right, let's get to the bottom here. Relatively new viewer, but I always see you repping the Saints. Oh yeah. I don't live in Louisiana anymore, but I'm in Panama City Beach. I haven't lived in Louisiana in like 7 years. They got a foot of snow where I'm from, and we got 9 inches over here, and it's delayed all my packages because of the ice. Bunch of bullshit. I appreciate that they love the content. And it's not it, I agree, but it's not even tendonitis. It's just straight up bruise because I straight smoked it on the ground. I slipped on ice. And you know how it is when you slip on ice, it's a faster fall. It's not like just falling. It's like a hurry because your feet come under you from all the weights. You're in a hurry and went elbow first. Oh, fuck. And this is a fun one for you. Let me show you guys this. This is the road rash I got out of it. Check out my shin. That was from the same fall. That was great. And then when I got home, before I took a shower, because I could take a shower after cardio because I'm sweating my ass off, grabbed one of these. Yeah. Like the sizzle, just patting it and pat a couple. And then finally I was like, oh, just do it. And I rubbed it. Because it's basically a hardcore brush burn. It's road rash. So it's like alcohol is going to burn like fucking actual fire, right? But it got to kill the bacteria. I wanted to kill the bacteria before I got in the shower. And yeah, it burned like absolute fire. But got to do what you got to do. Buck up, sissy. Get it over with, you know? Do what you got to do. Because peroxide's counterproductive because it actually slows the skin cells from healing. Peroxide's counterproductive actually for skin. Got to go alcohol. Yep. What's up, Mikey? I just bought it. Makeupstore.com. 107 for 100 ml. I just bought it too. I don't have it yet. We did the iFragrance split screen because it just got announced today and apparently it was for sale. So I bought it. Boss Select, Ben Select Night. I still don't have that. Newt, I appreciate the super chat. We're in Evening Mystique. Happy belated birthday. Hope you had a good 40th. That I did, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Shut it, Newt. Randy returning the favor with the super chat. I appreciate that, sir. Yes. Paco Rabanne's Ultra Red Man's very close, and it's not super expensive. See if Fragrance Buy's got it in stock. They do. $34. It's a stapler. Have you seen my stapler? It's like a stapler gun. I got it over there. Creamsicle, spiced orange, the whole 9. It smells like Ultra Zest. And it's a good performer. 8 hours easy. 2 hours strong. Yeah. Paco Rabanne Ultra Red Man. It says Ultra Red, but it's Ultra Red Man, technically. See those 4 man. Yeah, that's the way to go right there. It is the staple gun fragrance. Yes, sir. Have you seen my stapler? How many of you like Office Space? I think what's the right Newt posted this. There you go. Perfect. Oh, yeah, I believe it. They got a full foot in Homa where I'm from. Was curling some Doritos. Tough stuff. That must be nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to improve. Look, they're still not where I want them to be, but they have improved. Everything's improved. My hamstrings are thicker. My quads have gotten bigger. My calves are much bigger than they were. And literally today, because I did a visual check-in with my coach, took my shirt off by the we actually did the by the powerlifting area because of the lighting, the way he wanted it. It was just me and the joggers and everything. I take pictures of my hat and shit. And we looked at the pictures after. He's like, man, your arms, your biceps have improved greatly, which this is my weaker bicep, even though this is my dominant arm. That's why my shoulder and my tricep are more defined. But the bicep's smaller. This is the power bicep. This is the bigger one. But when you compare, like literally the side chests, I posted this last night, in fact. This is some good perspective for anybody that gives a shit. But some of you won't give a shit. It's all good, you know. But this is a side-by-side of similar poses and similar outfits. So let me pull Kara's comment down. This left row is the week of prep. This is 2 days after my show. This is 4 days before my show. it'll be better. You'll be able to see it better on Instagram. So I posted it on Instagram. One sec, guys. Okay. So this row is, again, this picture was, 2 days before, 2 days after the show. And this was right before, this was like 4 days before the show. This was when I started prep, beginning of January. No, this was last week. This was literally last week. I mean, look at the difference. I wish I'd have been wearing a stringer so you can see the chest more, because my chest is bigger too, but you can just see the difference in thickness. Obviously, I still have room to cut down, but this is only like a 4% body fat difference. 4 to 5% body fat difference. So it's not like I got a shitload to cut down from here, but that's pretty big mass difference, right? Obviously, this is all with a pump and me, flexing hard to make the veins and the vascularity pop out and everything. But yeah, it's improvement. I would say between 13 and 15 pounds of muscle. And no, I'm not natural, for those that don't know, because I'm not secretive about it. Do I talk about everything I take? No, and I'm not going to, allegedly, but I am not natural, obviously. But I'm also not the most impressive physique out there either, because I got the visible abs popping and everything again. I got abs like I was at 180. I'm 197 flat today, 197.0 today. I'm sure I'll be in the 196 range tomorrow. We're cutting down through the end of the month, and we refeed next month. But there's been improvements. But point being, he said, man, your arms have really improved, and you can just see the girth in the bicep and the peaks in the bicep, the drastic change. So there's that. So thank you for the compliment, Kara. I appreciate that. I work really hard at this. I eat the most boring fucking food, same shit every single day, 6 times a day, forever and ever and ever. Train time under tension. That's why I like my gym outfits are so important to me, because I'm always at the gym. The gym is a big highlight of my day. So yeah. Thank you, Kara. And see, I really don't have any longevity issues with them personally. It might be olfactory fatigue, because I don't have any weak fragrances from them. Literally none of them. But the closest thing I got to weakness is I get like 7 hours out of my bottle of Aventus. Everything else I have performs better than my Aventus, except for maybe Silver Mountain Water. Oh yeah, we got almost a foot. It was awful. I mean, it looked cool, but the after effects of all the ice and shit, I fucked my elbow and my shin up and stuff over it. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Yeah, for sure. It's normally not a thing, Randy. Appreciate that. Recommend for everyday use. Moon of Canada's February. Depends on your taste. Depends on your taste. Things for me in the winter, intense red tobacco. It's much smoother. It's a much easier wear. It's more about the spices and woods than the intense pungent sweetness of the original. I think it's way better. Something like that in the winter all the time, man, it's an impressive fragrance. I'm used to that, though. I came from Colorado Springs. I lived in Colorado Springs for 3 years. It's like my neighbors were like, oh, isn't this amazing? Like, it actually doesn't impress me, this little bit of snow. I'm used to like foot and a half all the time, salt on the roads, nasty shit, driving through the snow, doing 30 miles an hour on the interstate to go to the airport and snow in a blizzard. I've done that twice. Yeah, you can't even fucking see on the interstate, and it's just snow and ice everywhere. Yeah, awful. But I've gotten used to doing that stuff. So driving around this was nothing. Walking on the ice seemed to be an issue for me, because I forgot about it when I got out the car and fucked myself up. I'm paying for it. I'm doing well, sir. Thank you very much. Well, it's very strategic. A good coach goes a long way, because everybody like, oh, you're on steroids. No, there's way more to it than that. There's people that are on steroids that don't look like I look, or look worse than me, or look like they're not even on anything. You know what I mean? So people think it's some magic. Yeah, it helps. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but the work and the diet have to be on point to get what you want, and there's a lot of strategy, and that's what we check in currently. And we're way early in prep. I still got 120 days left till my first show. I'm still roughly 4 months out. Still like 16 weeks out from my first show. We just started prep, and we're checking in the mornings 3 times a week, and we do a visual in-person check-in once a week. And then every other Sunday, I have a posing class in the morning at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday. That sucks. Had to do it not this past Sunday, the Sunday before. So this Sunday, I got to do it. But that's what having a coach that's on top of things is. A proven master trainer who's trained many gotten many people pro cards and different things. And it's mainly the training and the diet that he's a master at. He's literally a certified master trainer. There's a method to the training to bring up the weaknesses at a quicker pace. And it depends on how you respond and adjustments made. And like I do legs every 72 hours, even though I'm in a deficit, we're still doing legs every 72 hours, keep them full. I got to do I got to switch to the Stairmaster once we really start cutting to keep my glutes full. Cause I got a big ass now since I do legs so often this past year. I do legs so heavy and so often. I went from no ass to giant ass. And you want to keep that fullness in it because you'll flatten out, and you don't want that when you're on stage hitting your back poses, back double bicep, and which we only have 5 mandatories, but still, back relaxed and back double bicep are the 2 main ones for that. All that stuff matters. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll see when the time gets down to the nitty gritty, but I should be on stage. I was on stage at 172 last time. I should be on stage in the low 180s. I got to get under 182 to stay in Class A. So do what it takes to get under 182 and then carb up enough to be like, 183, 184 on stage, which is way bigger. 10 to 12 pounds bigger on stage than I was. And I'm going to be leaner. I will, because I could have stood to be 2% leaner last time, and I'm going to be. I wasn't peeled like I could have been. I was pretty lean. But I wasn't like diced and shredded and just completely peeled. I will be this time. I started with a better base. I was leaner from the start. I didn't have all the body fat. I don't have tons of body fat to cut. So the loose skin's what sucks for me. I hate the loose skin. I might have to do the loose skin surgery down the line. It's not crazy expensive. It's a couple grand. My friend Ariel did it after their shows last year. So that's what happens when you're overweight and then you shred down to having abs, you lose skin. So we'll see, because everything's bigger now. So we'll see how much, because I already got loose skin right now. So we'll see how it looks when I get on stage. And if it's bothering me enough, I might do the surgery next year, which I'll have to take 2 or 3 months off the gym, at least 2 months before I can do like half capacity training. So Kurt Angle in his prime, not quite. That's a great compliment though. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's nonstop. Bodybuilding's a lifestyle. You got to love it to live it, because you have to live it. You have to live it. Even enhanced, it's not an overnight thing. It's years of developing matured muscle bellies, trying to keep them full. Kind of like, I'm not shredded like that. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. I appreciate that, guys. Since February 1st, damn, I'm 131 now. I just want to lose a few more than tone up. So toning up is not a real thing. That's a myth. So don't be afraid to lift heavy and intensely, Kara, because people will fool you and think, oh, you're going to just be some jack chick and get masculine. No, it takes years of effort for you. Years and years of hard training for you to even get close to something like that. So the best thing you could do is once you're trying to cut down some body fat now, once you get to a spot you're comfortable with, you're going to want to adjust the way you eat into a surplus and train a certain way, and you're not going to get fatter. You'll gain the right muscle proportionately. You get somebody to get you on a good program, and you'll fall in love with the gym like you never did before, seeing that kind of progress. And you're not necessarily just going to be some jack chick. You know what I mean? It's the toning thing that you're thinking you want. That's actually the way to get to the kind of physique you're probably thinking. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for sticking with it. You've been going hard lately. I know you meant this month. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're shutting it down in the next 5 minutes. We've dropped off to not that many people. We got 138 left, which I'm appreciative of all you still sticking around. So living in the Rust Belt. Ooh, enjoy it, man. That's niche Tommy. That's some good stuff. CH Mystery Tobacco. I like it better than red tobacco. How does it compare the intense? Again, the intense is more about the orientals and much less of the sweetness. Flex Plus, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, that was shit. How long ago was that? I think 2 weeks ish. Let me see when that picture's from, because that was the spread that I made for yesterday. Let me look back to the date of that picture. Details. That was January 11th. So that was 12 days ago. Yeah. So that's the actual picture. And that's 12 days ago. That's a good pump and everything. I wasn't depleted. Like I'm not that big right now because my muscle bellies aren't full like that. I'm very depleted. I'm very depleted right now. Like this is today. I'm very, very depleted. It's hard to get a pump right now. I'm burning fat. So my muscles are not near as full. See how I look a little softer? It's because I'm not as full. But I'm in the sweet spot to burn fat. That's what's exciting about it. So I'm just going to continue to get leaner and leaner. So next month I'll be big again because we're going to fill up. We're going to refeed with a bunch of carbs and shit. So, I mean, I'm still muscular. You see the abs coming out and everything. So burning fat though, rapidly right now. I just dialed into a sweet spot here in the last week. I've really gotten to a good depleted spot. Without the hard work, the effort, and the kitchen, the kitchen's got to be right. The kitchen's just as important as the training. It's like 50% the kitchen, 30% the training, 20% the PEDs. If I had to portion it out. Yeah, it's like the kitchen's the most important besides the training. Got to have your training dialed in, but the kitchen's got to be dialed in. You ain't getting what you can't out train a bad diet. I'll never forget Stone Cold Steve Austin saying that. You cannot out train a bad diet. That's the fucking truth. You can train hard as you want, take all the shit you want. If you think you're going to just eat what you want and it's going to work, and there's some genetic freaks that happens, but that's the lowest of smallest hundredths of percentage of people that do this. No, May 24th is the first show. June 21st is the second show. You have a good one, my man. All right, I'm almost to the bottom. Let me get to the bottom because we need to shut it down. We're about to hit 2 hours here in 2 minutes. Admire the lifestyle and the hobbies, fitness, hats, sneakers, and frags. Plan on taking the same path. Hell yeah. I'm glad to have you, sir. I'm not fatigued by certain perfumes from Creed. I like some, but they lack longevity, contain notes that weren't present. Okay, that's fair. Clones have clarified my preference. That's it, to each their own, you know. I was just going with the usual obvious culprits, and if that's not the case for you, that's not the case for you, you know. Your effect, lots of protein, 2 grams per pound. And you don't necessarily need 2 grams per pound, man. I don't eat 2 grams per pound. I eat around 1.5. Less than that, probably like 1.25. Even when bulking, I'm probably close to 2, close, but not quite. Like 1.5 really is about it. Because you can only absorb so much. And yeah, you can hold more because of the PEDs. You can hold more protein. Nitrogen retention's through the roof with them versus without them, but you're not necessarily going to absorb more. You still can only absorb like 40 to 50 grams in a meal. That's why you got to eat so often. I actually eat 7 meals when I'm bulking. On training days, I do 6 meals right now. On my 2 rest days, I do 5 meals. And those rest days, I only have 1 meal that has carbs in it. All the rest are just protein and fat. So, method to it, because we're cutting right now. On Wednesday, there you go. Made the gym 260 times this past year. Not a bodybuilder by any stretch, but damn proud of it. Yeah, that's awesome. Health is wealth, my man. The old saying. Just movement is life, all of it. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's all good. It's all a good thing. It's not necessarily about people trying to have goals like my particular goals. It's a hard lifestyle, what I'm doing. That's a hard lifestyle. It's not for everyone. Not everybody's cut out for it. It's mundane as shit. You got to be willing to have delayed gratification and go through the mundane and just miss out on all the, it's because it's easy to just want to go grab McDonald's or eat that ice cream bar or whatever, whatever your poison, pick your poison, you know. But to dedicate yourself in the gym, it's a mentality in general. That's different from having the set of goals I have. Being just in the gym like that and finding joy in working out is its own beast, and it's great. And the more people can have that, the better, regardless of what the actual outcome goal is. That's just great. I'm proud of you, Mikey. That's awesome, especially coming off of that snapped fucking leg you were dealing with. Yeah, it's and mentally and emotionally. That's what I was about to say. It's therapy. It really is fucking therapy. It's good for your mental health. It's good for stress, anxiety, all of it. Yeah, he doesn't like it. He was talking about it earlier. He don't like it. It's too over the top masculine, not his taste. It's a little different. It's definitely far and wide their most masculine flanker. I don't think it's necessarily overkill. It depends on your body, but most people don't need that much. That's an old bro science method. You don't really need that much. Like you're saying 1 to 1.3, it is even enhanced. Like in the off season for enhanced calories, like in a surplus, that I'll raise the protein so I don't have to raise the carbs as much. Because you start going overboard with carbs, you start getting more body fat. It don't matter what you're taking, you know. So that's what it comes down to. So a good supplement for that is to balance the protein out a bit higher. So you're still in a caloric surplus. Amen to that. I've gotten to where I appreciate my rest days. I still do cardio on my rest days, so I still do something. You know, I do 50 minutes on the elliptical. Like yesterday was a rest day where I fucked my elbow up on the concrete and got the road rash on my shin. I was on my way to do cardio. It was 6:02 in the morning. I was doing it at the front of my complex. I'm trying to get to this bottom. Yeah, I've been drinking diet sodas forever. Still got to get your H2O in, though. No, I'm not live streaming nothing. I mean, I do updates on Instagram, just like I did on the last show. Follow at Ross.jc12. It's my fitness Instagram. Trying to get to the bottom. We're going to shut this down. We are at the bottom. Discounters. It's really masculine, though. You might want to try it first. It's definitely really masculine. It's got the bad boy DNA, but it's the most masculine version. Yeah, he doesn't care for it. So, guys, we just hit 2 hours. I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with me. I really do, sincerely. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for spending some of your time with me here on a Thursday. Looking at these fragrances. Jay, Rican Jay, appreciate you giving me the up and up on another release. I bought Boss Bottled Bold Citrus here tonight in this live stream. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. To those that picked back and forth with me, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love picking and playing and joking around. It's a sign of affection for me. I never mean any harm with it. You'll know if I'm trying to be an ass. I'll get serious face quick. It won't. The tone will change. You know what I mean? So never take it serious. If you see me like trying to be matter of fact and trying to be funny and all that, whether I'm being funny or not, trying to be funny, I mean no harm. It's peaceful play. I come in peace, you know. You'll know if motherfucker get mad quick, you know. But anyways, with that said, tomorrow, live stream on this channel with Mr. Dedrick Hicks Jr., my brother from another. We're doing 5 each. We're doing 10 total fragrances we didn't like, that we shelved for a long time now, that we need to revisit. For him, I was surprised. 1 Million Parfum. He hasn't sprayed it in like 2 years. He does not like it. The same goes for me. I'm going with Code Absolute that all of you love and he loves, and he was surprised. I don't like it. I haven't sprayed it in at least 3 years. That's one of each from us that I'm going to put in the thumbnail I'm making. But we're picking 5 each of fragrances we just didn't care for and we shelved and we just haven't revisited in a long time. We want to see if our thoughts changed. So we're doing 5 each tomorrow, 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern on this channel. So if you got a little time on your Friday, come hang with us. I'm sure it'll be a great time. So thank you guys for watching. Check out this morning's video if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.